Hello viewers, this is Dave and welcome to Moonride, where we are channeling the man in the moon. Recently I asked viewers to suggest famous American women who I could channel right now to give us some help. You guys came up with the best people, man. I hadn't even heard of some of these remarkable women. Some of them I had heard of, but I was like, well, maybe. I'd chosen, I think, Eleanor Roosevelt and Harriet Tubman as just a couple examples. I didn't necessarily go to Rosa Parks or Amelia Earhart as my first choices, but you guys have responded in that regard, and so I will definitely be doing channels on them. Today's channel, though, is very specific. I am extremely concerned about the Constitution and how it is going to be treated by Kavanaugh, the man that Trump is attempting to appoint. So this video is specifically for those people who would vote on that nomination. I'm going to ask Spirit to deliver to me who they think might most benefit from this video. Which senator, for example, is it Murkowski or Collins, for example. I'm secondarily going to ask Spirit to say, who would you send me that would most influence that person, that they might be most likely to listen to. If you're watching this, I would ask you to try to get this video to that person. The real point is really for that person to watch this video and hopefully change their minds, right? So let's see who Spirit brings to me first, that is which of these voters, which of these senators who's voting on Kavanaugh's hearing. Beforehand, I'm going to light a little sage. I just do this also because people are also curious about my process and how I do this. I'm completely down with showing you what I do and how I do. This is sage, and I always burn it before I do this work. It just clears everything up. I also just want to let viewers know this because often people see ghosts or they think they see orbs and stuff like that. Well, yeah, it is all spirit, man. It's all spirit. But in particular, this is also sage. You might also see incense, which I also burn, right? One thing that happens when you're doing this work is you start to more easily go into a spiritual place because your body is associating certain smells and sounds as you do it, right? So let's see who Spirit wants me to talk to and which Spirit chooses to talk to them through. Okay, let's see who it is. I'm kind of getting Collins and Murkowski. Anybody else? I just want to be completely democratic about this. Spirit, who would receive this message? Wow, okay, I'm kind of getting both. Let's start with Murkowski. Okay, and this is Lisa Murkowski. She's the senator from Alaska. She's somewhat of a centrist, but she is a Republican, and she's one of the people who could possibly oppose Kavanaugh. Let's see. So here's Murkowski. Which lady from American history would be most effective to channel now for Murkowski? Yeah, let me ask again. Is that you? Is that who I think it is? Yes. Okay. All right. So it is Harriet Tubman. I just want to tell you, it's really a cool image. Is that I'm seeing her helping the slaves escape. I'm seeing her with a lamp, bringing them through the woods and bringing them to the river and sending them off to the boat. You just get this feeling of like incredible bravery from this woman, right? So let's ask Ms. Tubman, what can you tell us now? Okay, now here's a really cool image, and that's Harriet Tubman in jail, and she's breaking free, and she's breaking open, and she's like kind of laughing. She's like, it's kind of like channeling. It's kind of like I'm up there and I can't really talk. So yeah, she's actually very, pretty cool and friendly. She's like, hey, thanks for this Chance, thanks for the opportunity. All right. Okay. She's asked me to go in the boat with her and cross this river. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So, one thing about the Underground Railroad is that there were many white people who helped blacks escape, but we don't know who they were. Um, so she's just showing me some of those people. And she's saying, look, people can change their minds. People can be convinced. There are people who you might think of as being conservative who are totally prepared to help you. So, Ms. Tubman, we've got this problem with this nomination and Kavanaugh. How can you help? She's like, okay, look, it took a long time to get through those woods, man. And I went back in there again. All right, I just kept going back in there and back in there. Nothing stopped me. We cannot be deterred right now. I would suggest also to Ms. Murkowski that we cannot be deterred. This is a long, long process. You're gonna vote for this guy or against this guy fairly soon, but you're going to be a senator for a long time, and you're going to be living a long time. Think about the long term of this. We have to be very, very determined, and we understand that your situation is extremely difficult, just like mine was. You have to be very, very brave, and you have to kind of go back into the woods. But remember, this is just one foray into the woods. If you vote for this guy, if you support him, there's going to be 100 more people who are enslaved that you're going to have to go rescue. Is there what else would you say, Ms. Tubman, to Lisa Murkowski? Yeah, we keep getting a long-term future. In a longer-term future, it's going to be better if you vote against this guy. You will be made to account for it when the sun rises the next day. When the sun comes up and we see everything that is true about him, you are going to have to respond and say why you voted for a person, because there is stuff that he has hidden that has not come to light, and that you are not going to like, Ms. Murkowski. You're really going to be upset about it. So think about the long term. Think about what's underneath. Can we go beyond the party and think about justice? Think about justice for minorities, including women. There's a sword of truth that I always carried, and it was always by my side, and that was what I was fighting for. And I know that you are doing the same thing in your own way. There is no reason why you cannot do what I did. It looks now, like you are up against it, but in the long term, you're going to feel much better about a vote against Kavanaugh. Is Kavanaugh hiding something specific, Ms. Tubman? She's laughing. She's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, you have no idea. He's laughing. He's hiding so much stuff, and he knows it. He's a liar. And he's the worst kind of calculating liar. Despite his, um, you know, preppy face, he is the kind of person who has lists of people in his pocket that he's going to go after. Is there anything more specific that he is? I keep seeing a list. I keep seeing that he's showing me a list, and it's like he's got it in his pocket and it's kind of crumpled up. But this is also a list of wrongdoings, right? And it's a very long list of wrongdoings that we don't know about yet. Anything specific that we can know now that will change Murkowski's mind? Hmm. And what does that mean? Hmm. It's funny because it's almost like his arm opened up, and I'm looking at the blood, and then it covered up again. Is it like his true sense, his true colors? Can you be more specific, Spirit? Who is this guy? What is he hiding? Secret meetings. Hmm. And there are people in the government who know things that he did. Like Rex Tillerson knows something that he did wrong. Hmm. And Rex Tillerson is looking at me very seriously, and he's like, you shouldn't vote for this guy. He keeps giving me the thumbs down. Why? He's saying, look, he's going to get away with it. This will be one brick in the wall of him getting away with responsibility for his connections in Russia. Let's go back to Ms. Tubman. Ms. Tubman, what can you tell us? Ha. So look, this is interesting. There's a wooden fence, and she's saying, look, a wooden fence has holes in it. It's a fence, but you can still go through it. So what's appearing as a wall, what's appearing as a Republican demand that you stick together is completely arbitrary. There's nothing real about that. That is just an interpretation. And it's a trap. If you continue along that line, you're forever going to be associated with a group of people who are not doing the right thing. Women will die. Women will die if you make this decision. Women just like you who work hard all their lives and are not necessarily equally treated will die in back alley abortions. Now, children, minority children, are going to suffer terribly under this guy because of decisions that he's made and he will make. She keeps telling me, look, if you just scratch under the surface of this guy, if you look underneath, you'll see a really diabolical person. He looks like this innocent person. He was chosen to look like that kind of person, but the minute you scratch the surface, it's like he's a machine. He's like Terminator underneath. There's no soul in this guy. I'm getting that, Ms. Murkowski, your election will be in peril if you don't follow this. If you don't stop this guy, your election will be in peril. You will not succeed as the governor next time around if you line up with someone who is really this dark and evil. Actually, we understand the incredibly difficult political position that you're in. We'd ask you to go beyond politics and go right to your soul. Ask yourself what's right and wrong in a greater scheme of things. You're a powerful person. How do you want to be remembered? Do you want to be remembered as that woman who sold out other women? Do you want to be remembered as that woman who let Donald Trump run roughshod over our Constitution? Think of the long term. Think of your children and your grandchildren. What will they say about you? It takes a lot of courage to go against the party that you represent. We would ask you to show that courage. Hillary Clinton did not necessarily show that courage. She did not go against her party, right? And that's why many people were disappointed in her. Do you not want to overcome that stereotype of women? Do you not want to show people that you can speak for yourself and do the right thing right now, today? Anything else that we need to know, Harriet, about Kavanaugh? Well, she says, look at me and look at history. During my time, I was, hunted. There were huge rewards on my capture, but I did it anyway. I went against the course of laws and all the other things. I didn't need to do that, but I did. I had this great courage to do that. I'm asking you right now to have the courage to go against these people. As today, people know my name and they know Harriet Tubman as a real hero. Do you want to go down in history as a villain, or do you want to go down in history as the heroic person who stood by her ethics despite party? And that's the real point here, is do you guys want to stand by what you believe in, or do you want to stick together with a party that is not working in America's best interests? I'm getting, and the point here is not to invade Lisa Murkowski's mind. That is not the objective here. But I am getting that Ms. Murkowski is in a very difficult position, and the vote presently is not certain. Now, can you tell me, Spirit? Can you tell me, Ms. Tubman, is there anything else that we could say to change her mind? There's a great future ahead. We can have a great future. It's extremely possible that America will be like a field of flowers, all a different color, everything totally different, but beautiful together. That really is a possibility for our society. Those moments occur. They may not last forever, but they do really occur. And Alaska could be that place. It could be a place where people know that Lisa Murkowski does what she believes in. Even if you don't agree with her, she doesn't follow party politics. She's not part of this swamp of people there to control others and make money out of it. Anything else, Ms. Tubman, that you'd like to say? Be generous. She's just saying be generous. She keeps holding her hands out like this and saying, look, I was generous. I gave my time to help others be free, and it was really, really difficult. There was every reason for me to stop doing that. I could have just run off to Canada and never looked back. I did not. You will have to live with this decision for the rest of your life. Ethically, you'll have to live with this decision. And, whether you're the senator or not, you're going to have to live with it. Be generous. Think of others. And think of what it really means to live in this society. Beyond just being American, there is something just about being human. And if we can take away these layers and just think of this from a human perspective and what's at stake, then I'm sure you'll make the right decision. Right? So on that note, thanks for watching. I will be doing more of these videos involving those who are up to vote on Kavanaugh in the near future. Thanks again.